Hey everybody, Dr. Tammy here. I'm back. Oh my goodness. About a month ago, a little over a month ago, I started something called the 21-day Comfort Zone Challenge. And boy, did I get challenged. I got scared because I was like, my life has never been so different in such a short amount of time. And I think we got 7 days in, and everything started changing. And I have always heard this saying that your life could be completely different 60 days from now. My life is completely different. Literally, it was in 10 days. So I started the challenge. I started doing amazing things. I started getting outside my comfort zone. I think you guys did too. And literally, I think it was 7 or 8 days into the challenge. And I was doing things like going to aerial and pole yoga, and I was just really expanding myself. And I guess it was, and I'm just going to be really real and transparent with you guys, and I'm going to tell you what happened in my life, because I'm at a point now where I'm healing. I even, like a week ago, oh, he said we missed you. Like a week ago, I was going to try to come back, and I just couldn't. I was so emotionally drained. So it was about I guess it was October the 5th. My husband and I realized that what we were doing just wasn't working. And he pretty much said, I'm moving to Tulsa. And my mom got really sick, and I remember I couldn't really even think about that, because I was like, what am I going to, how am I going to process this? And so my mom got sick. She has Alzheimer's. She's in assisted living. And she pretty much had been kind of in and out of the ER, and she had been losing blood over the past year. Her hemoglobin was really low. And it was weird, because I took her to the hospital, and they wanted to send her home again from the ER. And I said, you know what, you can't send her home. I mean, she's hurting. She was hurting all over. Her belly was hurting. And because she had been anemic, they had put her on iron from the last hospital stay, and I didn't realize that. And the iron had caused her gut to just shut down, basically. And I had this, like, God talked to me. It was so interesting. I was at work, and God said, bowel perforation. I heard that like audible, and you'll probably think I'm crazy, and like God doesn't talk to people, but he did. I mean, it was like almost audible. I mean, I don't know that it was audible, but it was almost audible. And so I called the doctor on call, and I never try to pull rank being a doctor, because I just, I try to just be the family, or the patient family member. And so I said, you know what, I never pull rank like this, but I said, I gotta tell you that I just really have a feeling that she needs a surgical consult. And so anyway, he said, no problem, we'll get the surgical consult. He called me back within an hour. He said, oh my gosh, the surgeon went back and looked at the CT, which they had read as negative, and said there's a bowel perforation. So what a bowel perforation is basically where the bowel ruptures, and it's spilling all that toxic gut content into the peritoneum. So I rushed to the hospital, and they were trying, because I'm her power of attorney, they were trying to get consent, and my niece was there, and they were trying to get consent for the surgery. And I said, I give my verbal consent, go ahead and wheel her back. And I really wanted to see her one last time before she went under surgery, because I just didn't know, she's an 82-year-old woman, what that was going to be like. So they took her to surgery, and she actually pulled through the surgery. She woke up. They said it was a real mess in there, and they gave her like a 20% chance to make it. And so she lasted about 3 days. And I got to tell you, my mom is like my best friend. I love her so much. And I was so blessed, because I was able to be with her at the hospital, and I was able to be there when she took her last breath. And I had to make some decisions as a doctor, and as a daughter, and as her power of attorney, and as her decision health care maker, that I hope no one ever has to make. And basically it was, I knew that she kind of woke up a little bit after surgery, and she was laughing and making some jokes, and but I knew that like as the day drifted on, that she was drifting away, and she mouthed, "I love you," and that felt really good. And so I pretty much said my goodbyes to her and told her it was okay for her to go. And I stayed with her, and I started having the doctors asking them to, push the morphine and the Ativan to make her comfortable. But I knew that her kidneys were shutting down, and I knew that that was just, going to expedite the end of her life. And so I knew that was the end. And so basically I held her, and I breathed in her very last breath into me. And so although I was really afraid that I would feel a great sense of loss when she was gone, I got to tell you that it was the most beautiful spiritual experience ever. And I feel like she's so in me, and she's given me so much strength. And I feel her in me in so many ways, and I feel like she talks to me, and I feel like she is just in me. And because she had Alzheimer's, she's not really been able to go shopping with me and do all those things that we used to do together. And so it felt really good to have her in me in a way that she can go shopping with me now, and she can paint with me. And so anyway, so she passed on the 7th. And I feel her in me. So I don't feel a sense of loss, but I do feel that transition, just a lot of transition. I'm outside my comfort zone. I used to go play my guitar for her. I used to go see her all the time and call her every night. And, and that's just not, now she's in me. So it's different. And then I realized that because everything was different in my life, all the memories that were in the house that I was in, I realized that I couldn't stay there. So I moved, and I have a beautiful place on the lake, and I'm going to do some videos outside so I can show you my lake view, because it's absolutely amazing. I'm sitting in my art room, which I've wanted an art room for a long time. And I have so many blessings, and God has not dropped me not one single time, and I've had so much outreach and support and love, and it's just been absolutely amazing. And so, although I had what they call the biggest 3 life stressors, divorce, death, and a major move. Oh my gosh, I had so much stuff. I had just so many people were wonderful about coming to help me move and doing like the heavy lifting. I just really went a lot on faith. This house that I'm in, I called a realtor, and I basically did all the paperwork and just decided this is where I needed to be, just based on a Google search for a house on the lake. And I saw the pictures, and I just got it sight unseen. So I just totally went on faith, and it's been such a blessing. Now I'm going to tell you that being outside my comfort zone in these 3 ways, I've never been on my own before. And I've never not had my mom physically be able to just call her and fall apart and cry to her. And so when I got outside my comfort zone, I got to tell you, way outside my comfort zone, in 10 days, my whole life changed. It wasn't 10 weeks or 10 months, it was 10 days. And so I basically just kind of had to pick myself up and learn to walk all over again. And so the reason I'm telling you all this is because whatever tragedy you've had, and I have friends who have been through so much. I have a dear friend who lost her child to suicide, just so many things. And I just feel like it's so, pain is pain. And whatever your pain is, it's pain. And how you pick yourself up and move on is really super important. And I got to tell you, there are times during these last few weeks that I didn't know that I could keep going, and I really wanted to reach out to you guys, and I really wanted to continue these Facebook Lives, and I have so much information I want to share with you, and so many blessings. I just shared a video this morning that I did right before, it was in September, right before everything happened, and it was the laws of the universe, and I watched it again, and it was like, I felt like my superpower was coming back, because I listened to my own message, and I just really heard that there are laws in the universe that are just like the laws of gravity, and they are beautiful laws, and they can really give you so much direction if you step into them. So if you're watching this, you might want to go back to my Facebook lead and feed and find that video because it was really powerful. I even had my son watch it. So he's homeschooling now. We live way out in the country, and we just started the virtual academy. So even that's different. So, you know, it's crazy how much my life has changed. And so I'm really trying to just embrace the new me and love me. And, you know, one of the things that I do just to be transparent and real about you is when I am having a tremendous amount of stress, I tend not to eat. So, you know, I lost a lot of weight and really stopped the self-care. And I realized today that I really need to, oh, hello, Christy. I really need to step back into the self-care because it's so important. And when you're having stress, that self-care, you know, taking care of yourself, eating healthy, going to the gym. I'm back in the gym now. I went back to aerial yoga with my friend Renee on Thursday. So I'm getting me back, and I'm finding me in a way that I think I had forgotten who I was, and you know, lost my superpowers basically. And I saw Douglas Myrick on here. I want to do a shout out to him. He has a wonderful process called aromanetics, and basically it is almost like a hypnotism kind of thing, and but it's not hypnotism. You're awake the whole time, but it's kind of like a visualization. And there he is. And he uses this aromatherapy, and it's absolutely amazing. I think I used I can't remember the aroma, but it was like the On Guard, which is like the thieves oil, which I love the smell. It's like pumpkins and fall, and you know, it was amazing, and it really helped make that transition. My dear friend Ross Cook, he does the balancing sessions with me, and I really think that I could not have been as strong as I had been if I hadn't done balancing with Ross for over a year. And he really helped me through some really difficult times in my life. And here I am, you know, almost 50 years old, with these total life transitions, and just trying to find my new way. And you are the magic too, Douglas. I really appreciate you. If you guys are dealing with stress or anxiety, I got to tell you, I was, you know, Ross helps me so much. But I really think that was a really neat process that I did with Douglas, and I'm trying to connect the two of them so that we can do some magic together, because I think it's just beautiful that there are life coaches and healers out there. And I think that's one of the biggest things, is being able to ask for help, because, you know, there were times when I reached out to Ross where, and I'm just going to be real and transparent with you, that I didn't know if I really even wanted to wake up the next day. You know, if I didn't have my 13-year-old son, you know, that I didn't know. You know, I didn't know how I was going to just make it one more day. And somehow, every day, God just gave me the strength. And I took a week off from work, but, you know, and then I got pretty much right back at it. But I think that healing is really important, that when you go through big life transitions, that you take the time to heal, and the self-care is super important. So, okay, universe, I am ready to get back. I would like to be in my comfort zone for a little while. I would like you to back off just a little bit. But I think that the work is really important, and I think the comfort zone challenge is really important. And, you know, some of the videos that I did before everything happened was I talked about getting just outside the comfort zone, in that area where you basically are not, like, doesn't create a lot of anxiety, but just can create change. You know, just that stimulus to change. So that's where I would like to go. I don't want to go way outside my comfort zone, because boy, when I do things, I do them big, obviously. So I don't want to go way outside my comfort zone, but I want to get back out there just a little bit where the magic happens. And so, you know, I do believe that the universe, God, whatever your belief in your higher power is, it's constantly working in our highest good, and I am constantly seeing that. But, you know, one of the things that I think you have to remember is be careful what you attract, be careful what you think about, and be very deliberate in your creating, because, you know, I was in a really anxious point in my life, and I didn't like the way things were going, but I didn't really have the nerve or the you know, maybe the ability, I don't know. I wasn't strong enough to make big changes in my life. And so God just did it for me. And I heard this story one time about a guy who wanted his house remodeled, and he just never took the time to remodel his house. And one day he's watching, and down the ceiling comes all this water rushing down. So a pipe had broke upstairs, and basically he had to remodel his living room. So if you're not consciously creating, if you're not consciously designing the way you want your life to look, boy, I mean, the wrecking ball can just come in and kind of have its way. So that's a good argument for doing something really deliberate. One thing that I want to start doing is I want to start doing workshops again. I think they're so powerful. I think one of the first workshops that I'd like to do is actually at my house. I'd love to invite you guys out and do a vision board workshop. Vision boards are so powerful. I could spend like a whole hour just telling you vision board stories. You know, just amazing things that have happened in my life, because I love vision boards. So those are some things that I want to start working on. I'm working on some great TV stuff. So I know you guys have probably missed the show. The show sort of fell apart. But I'm going to get that back going again. And so the Naked Doctor show will be back up and alive very soon. And I just, I've just been trying to get my momentum and my energy behind me, and to do it really well, because I didn't want to just show up in a weak space. So, so the last thing I'd like to leave you guys with is I'm going to draw another challenge. So if you were following me on the challenge before, I think, like I said, I think we got up to day 7. So I'm going to go back and look at some of those videos and kind of revisit those so that you can do some of those challenges. And hopefully we can get through 21 days without my life completely wrecking balling again. But and please just know that I am in such a good space. God has got me. He's not dropped me one time. I have wonderful friends. Everybody's been very supportive. And I absolutely, and I still call him my husband, I still absolutely adore him and think he is the most amazing man on the planet. And I'm so glad that he had the faith and the ability to know that what we were doing just wasn't working. So I don't know what the future looks like, but I know that whatever happens, it's going to be really beautiful and amazing. So I have nothing but honor and love, and have nothing bad to say about the relationship that I had with my husband. And going forward, I am really just focusing on all the positive aspects, and just loving him as much as I can, and not being a victim. I think that's really important when you go through stress or changes in your life. Don't be a victim. Be strong. Look at where and you're not broken, you don't need fixed, but look at where you've made choices in your life, because we are all creators. We're conscious creators, or we create without deliberate intent. But everything that happens in your life that shows up, you have created, and you can create more deliberately and more deliciously when you really kind of step into that. So, I think one of the worst things that you can do is be a victim and, oh, poor me, and why does everything happen to me? I feel like everything that's happened is such a blessing, and I can't wait for the next chapter. So with that said, let's draw the challenge. Sometimes I cheat, but I'm not going to cheat tonight. Okay. This was day 1 challenge. So these ones with the numbers on them, we already did it. That was the handwritten thank you notes. Boy, in my move, everything got a little bit crazy. So these probably got a little scattered up too. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. You are not going to believe what this one is. Okay, are you guys committed to this challenge? I don't even know if this is legal. This makes me giggle. Oh, and that's another thing is, when your life is falling apart, one of the most important things that you can do is laugh and find the humor and the funny in life. And so I've had so many friends around me who just make me laugh, and it's just awesome. In fact, my son and I are going to go watch a funny movie tonight. We're going to the 10 o'clock movie because he got into a video game and didn't want to go at 7. But okay, are you ready for this? Really? You guys? Oh my gosh. Okay, and I want you guys to video or take pictures, but I don't know if you can video this or take pictures of this. I don't want anybody getting in trouble. Okay, here it is. Dress in nothing but a towel and drive 1 mile. Oh my gosh. So that's really easy for me because I live out in the country. At least it didn't say naked, right? Okay. Dress in nothing but a towel and drive 1 mile. That's really getting outside your comfort zone, isn't it? Okay, Sherry says, I'm ready. Douglas says, laugh. Somebody said, LOL. I am not LOLing. I'm completely serious about this, but please don't get arrested. And if you do, I guess that'll get you outside your comfort zone too, right? Okay, I don't know what time it is. I might not get this done tonight. Oh my gosh, Sherry says I'll do a Facebook Live. Okay, maybe I will too. I don't know. Okay, nothing but a towel and drive 1 mile. 1 mile, I think it's just up the road to my son's school. We live out in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. So I don't think I'm going to have a challenge unless I get a flat tire or something and it's cold. She said, so we just do the challenge and send you the video. Yeah, you can just post it in the comments once you get it done. You don't have to, like, don't compromise yourself, y'all. Don't get in trouble. I mean, this is not like truth or dare or anything. But, you know, all of these challenges are really just designed to get you thinking, get you outside your comfort zone just a little bit. Not too much. I hope you don't get outside your comfort zone the way I have. But again, I think it's been a real blessing. I've learned a lot. I have become a stronger person, and you know, I wanted to be a stronger person. So be careful what you pray for. Be careful what you ask for. If you ask God for strength, give it to you, right? So anyway, y'all have fun with this challenge, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, and we'll do another challenge. We'll draw another challenge tomorrow night, and I just love y'all very much, and thank you for all your support and for being there for me. And I just, you know, I feel like I have a message that I want to share, and I can't share that message unless you guys are open and receptive to it. So I really, really do love y'all very much, and thank you for the support. Douglas says, welcome back. Thank you for that. Jessica, my niece, oh, my precious niece, she has been such a support. You know, I feel like I'm kind of at the Emmys or something, you know. I could thank so many people for being supportive, and my niece Jessica has been amazing, and my nephews, they moved furniture, and I've had to do PRP on them and fix their baths because they have been amazing and doing so much. My brother David, he's been amazing. I just, you know, I couldn't have done it without all of them, and I love them so much, and everybody's just been so amazing. And like I say, you know, it's been one of the hardest transitions of my whole life. It's been a whole lot in one time, like say 10 days. But it's beautiful, and the support has been wonderful. So again, I love y'all very much. I'm back, and I'll keep doing these videos. If you guys have topics you want me to talk about, I always can pull lots of nerdy science facts, and you know, I'm continuing to do the cannabis evaluations and really appreciating that. And I think it's so important to support what the cause is from helping people in alternative methods. And you know, I still have my day job too, so I'm keeping busy painting. Oh, and one last thing I want to share with you. So I don't know if you've ever seen anybody be cremated, but these are my mom's ashes, and so I'm getting ready to. I got my canvases. I'm in my art room, and one of the things that she asked was that when I got her ashes, that I would paint a picture and of shooting stars. So I have 3 canvases that I'm going to do for my brothers, and you know, I know my mother is not in this box. I know that she's in my heart, but I'm really excited to do this, so I'll share my paintings with you when I get them done. So, all right, y'all have a great evening. I'm going to the movies, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Thank you.